What's next? I want to talk about anxiety, or more importantly, or more focused on my current state of anxiety right now. I have basically for the last year and a half, almost 2 years, I've had a pretty good control over my anxiety. I used to have a debilitating anxiety where I would just didn't want to do anything. I was afraid. It was just weird. Anxiety is a weird thing. It's like a phobia, but you don't know what the phobia is associated with. At least that's for me. And right now I'm kind of having a little bit of recurring anxiety last few days. It's not as bad as it used to be, but because I've gone so long without these anxiety episodes, this little batch that I've had for the last few days has been irritating mostly. And since I'm not used to having the anxiety, I'm noticing it more, and it's having a bigger effect on my life. And it's not debilitating, it's just more of a losing focus. And that's one of the problems with anxiety is you lose focus on what you want to accomplish for the day. And then you get behind and procrastinate and end up increasing anxiety because you lose control over your day because you have all these things you haven't accomplished. I think for me at least, my anxiety is caused by control issues where I have benchmarks for the day, the things I want to accomplish, and as the anxiety increases, I lose focus on them, and I accomplish the smaller goals and don't accomplish the ones that I really want to get done for the day. It's hard to explain without being exact, but the exact goals aren't really that important for this. It's just right now I want to focus on my anxiety issues. And one of them also, I think, also might be associated with caffeine, where I have spent the last couple of years doing intermittent fasting, drinking a lot of water, controlling my diet. And because I am so much closer to my goal, and even though I achieved it for one day or two, and I relaxed a little bit, I've been drinking, Coke soda, cola soda, more iced tea. I've been, decreasing my actual pure water content and been replacing it with other forms of basically other vehicles of water that have caffeine in them. That's the quick way of explaining it. And I'm doing it to myself, but I might as well focus on, I'm having anxiety right now. I might as well try to get my mind around it so that as I get myself back out of it, I can use this to know, okay, yeah, that's right. That's what happened on that day, and this is how I got out of it. And I have multiple things that I want to accomplish, and some of them work where I didn't get my work goals for me achieved, and my mind says, oh my God, they're going to be so mad at you. You haven't completed this and this and this task and this project. But no one knows what I do. I mean, I have projects that I have to accomplish, but they just want me to progress. And they don't really, I establish my own benchmarks, so no one's going to be mad at me for not achieving the goal that I am upset myself with for not achieving the goal. So I've been basically, rather than saying, okay, you haven't accomplished your goal, you got to readjust, my anxiety tells me other people are going to be upset that you haven't achieved the goal, a goal that they have no idea that I set for myself. So that's one problem. I have to focus on who's making these goals and who's pushing me towards them, and can I reassess at this moment without involving anyone else. So, bosses, they have projects that I'm working on, and I'm progressing through them, but I want to be further along, a lot further along than I currently am. But they're not really hitting me for it. They just want to know where I am I still working on it? Do I need any other projects? And right now, no one else is going to be upset with me. But a lot of my anxiety is focused on what other people will think about me. Is it other people's opinion? I think that's a lot of our problems with anxiety, is that we think what other people will think about us, and we make them the bad guy when it's our own unfocused goal creator that's hitting us and actually angry with us. So we can actually, with all the anxiety, a lot of times I think it's just me putting unrealistic goals on myself and then saying others are putting the goals on me. So it just might be me needed to just find out who is achieving, putting these goals on me. And then when friends and family don't contact me, I think, oh no, they're mad at me. Oh, what have I done? What have I done to offend them? But again, friends and family have their own lives and they're busy. And this is summer and you're trying to accomplish what you can. And these are the times of C19, so the opportunities to get out and do things are modified a bit. And we're all under modified because you don't want to meet up too much in too many big groups. But the opportunities where you want to do some entertainment without big groups are few and far between. And you want to jump upon them, but you don't want to, call anyone else and say, hey, you want to meet up, when you really don't know if this meetup is possible. So a lot of anxiety is just, thinking that people are upset with you because they haven't contacted you because it's made up. And for me, this is not a solution for anyone else's anxiety. This is me to establish a benchmark right now for my anxiety issue right now, so that I can look back at it from the future and know where I was in this mindset. And maybe this is an idea for others to go, okay, yeah, I am also suffering from anxiety right now, and I should probably establish a benchmark for myself, so when I get out of it, I can look back with it, from the future and go, okay, that's how I got out of it. Because a lot of times, unfortunately, when you have an anxiety issue, I don't want to say anxiety attack, I don't like that term anymore. It's an anxiety issue where I keep going into I keep focusing on it and trying to fix it now. When you're having anxiety, you have to just let yourself have the anxiety. Just let it go, because the more you fight against it, the worse it gets. Because then you go, okay, I'm having an anxiety attack, and what are other people going to think of me? Are they going to look down upon me? Are they going to make fun of me? It doesn't matter. The only person's opinion that matters is yourself. So you just have to take it, allow it to happen, and if you're embarrassed by it, just pull yourself out of public, stay home, hide, and then if you're worried about, people are going to need me to do things, they don't need you if you're not able to help them, you're not able to function, so you can't help anybody when you're in your own spiral, because you're only even a quarter of yourself. For me right now, I'm probably about half myself, where I'm just half as effective as I used to be. So I really not the best at helping anyone else when I'm in this anxiety spiral. And that's exactly what it is. It's an anxiety spiral. You have the anxiety, you focus on it, you get worried about it, it increases the anxiety, increases and spirals out of control. So then as the anxiety is here, just gotta let it happen. A good example was yesterday, where the phone I currently use has been having battery issues, and it's a permanently installed battery, so I had to bring it to a specialist to have them change it out. And I was fighting with myself, do I really need to get the battery replaced? It was kind of, it was like $80, and is this phone worth that much, and should I buy a new phone, blah, 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 blah. And I got myself into the anxiety spiral when I realized, set myself down and go, wait a second, focus on it. This phone is old. It's a Pixel XL1 original, but it does exactly everything I need. And yes, I would like a new phone, but this phone is exactly what I need for right now. And if I want a new phone, I'd buy the battery for $100, I'd put it off for a year, and then I could always sell it for, for the same price I changed out the battery for, recoup my money, and still get a nice phone. So there's no really loss, because this phone is Pixel XL is a light phone. A lot of people are still using it. And that's why the guy said to me, yes, we do that service. We're familiar with that service. It's a common issue with the battery starts going down and the phone acts weird. But it's a really good phone. Again, anxiety spiral, where I make up problems that I think I can't fix, and then I end up relaxing, focusing. Yes, there is an easy solution. But when you're in the anxiety, sometimes you make up all these extra problems that don't even exist. You know, just relax, and I will take myself kayaking. You know, I have suntan lotion. The things that I beat myself up, oh, you can't go kayaking because you got to put suntan lotion on. It's the middle of the day, you're going to get too hot. And it's like, no, just bring water. Oh, it's going to be hard to bring the kayak. There's going to be a lot of people. I'll just wait for my opportunity to get to the water. People are pretty nice, especially now. With this COVID-19, people are actually out and about. You know, the jet ski people, which I had a major prejudice against, because they just used to be really rude people. Now, everyone's pretty nice. You know, they're observant of everyone else. They maintain goals. They maintain distances. They see each other. They try to help each other out, give each other advice. So, I mean, the C19 might be bad for health-wise. If you really pay attention, people are becoming better and better people. I mean, forget the mask thing. I mean, that's a debate not for this day. But more to the point, people seem to be more focused out and about, out in society, not in stores, but out and about, outside, when a mask is not required, that they maintain the distances, that they offer advice from afar. But that's just me, and I'm rambling on. I'm just trying to put a thumbtack right now in my anxiety issues. So that when I look back at them and say, yes, I got myself over them. And right now I'm going to focus on drinking more water, getting out, maybe reducing the sugar contents, maybe focusing on doing the intermittent fasting a little bit more. I am still doing the intermittent fasting, but I'm really not regiment of the 18 hours. I'm just not eating breakfast, but today I slept well past my breakfast, so that didn't really count. Okay, rambling on, not important. If you like this video, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, do whatever it takes. If you don't like this video, just give me a comment and say, hey, what kind of crazy person are you? I'd love to hear people's input, because my videos initially were just for me, but might be from others' perspective. And if you have advice or you have a criticism, I take all criticisms as constructive criticism. I take trolls as somewhere deep down inside of them they want to help. And I will take everything you say as helpful. What's next?